One percenters, welcome back. Here's a video on why Nikola Jokic is so good. And besides the obvious, he's a good shooter, great center, nice and tall, can make good passes, and overall is a very, very good decision maker and highly skilled center. The thing that really sets him apart that I don't think anybody talks about or nobody notices is the release point on his shot. And the release point on his shot covers up a lot of problems or deficiencies in his athleticism. Okay, so he's already 7 feet tall. Okay, so he's 7 feet tall. This is whatever his name is, Ntilikina on the Knicks. He's 6'4". Jokic is 7 feet tall. So this is a little mid-range post-up from the free throw line. As he pivots, he knows that this guy is way shorter, and there he brings the ball up. Okay, most guys are going to be in a low defensive stance, and he is there. Jokic does not need to bend very much on his shot. So as he releases, he's 7'4", so he's releasing this ball well above 8 feet. And even outstretched under pressure, this closeout or this contest here has no bearing on his shot. It's an easy practice shot. And so it's a little bit more obvious here, okay, when we get a pass over to Jokic. Okay, normally the ball path of a ball would start down here, and then you would have to get power and you would release from this point. But Jokic brings the ball behind his head, making the ball further away from his defender, and his release point is higher. Okay, so with his arms fully outstretched, that's probably, he's 7 feet, that's probably 9 feet, 9.5 feet tall or something like that. So even as Zubac, who is also 7 feet tall, you can see his defensive stance is a nice defensive stance, bent down nice and low. He's in good guarding position. Normally, a player would not shoot this because the ball would be here in their pocket. But since Jokic does not shoot like a normal person, okay, the ball back here is the main difference. Okay, so as you see, he releases the ball. Okay, it's all the way out here, and Zubac, his hand is right there. So that's the difference of a foot. Okay, a foot is huge. Most players only need a few inches to get off a shot. Now, this isn't just picking on Zubac. Zubac is actually playing really, really good defense. This is just Jokic. It is an untraditional shot. I wouldn't teach most players this, but if you are average, you should not shoot this. You should learn how to shoot this, and I will make a video on this, on how to shoot like this. If you are below average height, because that will make your release point higher. It'll make you essentially taller. And also, if you are below average athleticism, okay, this will improve you. This will make you just a little bit taller. It's unorthodox, so people will have difficulty defending you. So it will give you two advantages. It'll make it taller, and your shot will be unorthodox, and most people cannot defend this. Okay, for Zubac to defend that, he has to be closer and he has to be taller. Now, if you're taller, as a defender, you're dead because you're exposed to the offensive player, and that's why you see Joker is able to get by players because he knows where he's going and he's reading the defense, and offense is always going to win. Okay, so you see here, Zubac, Jokic, he catches it, and it's quickly above his head. Anthony Davis is 6'10", even right in his face. Not a problem there. Later in the video, I'll show you about how he shoots normally, the normal ball path. But here you can see again, Zubac ball well above and behind his head there. Releasing it, no problem. Okay, here again, wide open three. Now, I think that's Jaren Jackson. He's tall, he's athletic. He's in a low stance because he's waiting to contest because he knows that Zubac can dribble past him, and he's not sold out in whether he is shooting or passing or driving at this point. This is basically a triple threat position for Jokic. Okay, so ball goes up, contest, you're in relatively good position, but again, it's too late. So athletic, good closeout, tall defender, set three. Okay, this set three is what makes Zubac so good, shooting from behind his head with the high release point. Okay, people do not understand this. Okay, that's Gorgie Jang, physical, very physical defender. Okay, Zubac is punking him, trying to punk him. Pump fake gets him up, and as you can see, this is not good footwork. He's just using tall. He's barely bending his knees there. He's nice and tall, and he just gets that thing up nice and soft on the rim. Here he goes again. That's Jeff Teague closing out to him. He has no chance. Okay, so there the ball goes up, then behind his head. Jeff Teague is like 6'3", 6'4", no chance. No pressure. Jeff Teague makes himself shorter. When you guys close out, you are shorter because you're bending, because you have to adjust or wait for the offensive player to sell out into that shot. So that's why you don't see a lot of people jumping and flying to contest Jokic, because the ball is so high and out of reach. It's very difficult to block, let alone contest. Boom, shot goes up. Okay, now let's look at Anthony Davis. He is way more athletic, 6'10", but this is what I mean by shooting. Anthony Davis is a shooting guard. He's a wannabe shooting guard. He's just 6'10". They play him at the center or power forward, but Anthony Davis is really a shooting guard or a guard. Okay, as you see, he catches the ball there. This is more textbook how to shoot. Okay, you see the ball there? Okay, the pocket is down here. The ball is going to lift up. Okay, and from there, the ball is in front. Okay, in front of his forehead. And he shoots it. Okay, look at this contest. Now, if we look at the defender's in place. He's bent down. Anthony Davis is now going up. Then he can contest. Okay, you will see Anthony Davis shoot fadeaways, tight jumpers, contested jumpers, and you will see Anthony Davis fall on the floor a lot because he plays like a guard. He has guard skills. If you have athletic, long guys playing him, it's going to look like this. That's why you see Anthony Davis on the floor a lot when he shoots jumpers. Here is Zubac. Okay, Anthony Davis gives him a good jab step. And again, look at Zubac. Very tight defense. And Anthony Davis, even with that hand in his face, he has to fade back or slightly lean back to get more space. Okay, Jokic does not have to do this because he already shoots from behind his head. The ball path is critical in the difference and distinction between Jokic and the majority of players. Again, here we go. That's Brook Lopez next to Anthony Davis. Okay, Anthony Davis has to go straight up. He can feel the pressure. He jumps high to get that ball out even higher. Okay, so when he shoots it, it's probably 9 feet as well, but he has to jump to get to 9 feet, and Joker does not have to, which is huge in terms of ball fakes and stuff like that. Here we go again. Anthony Davis, nice little move here. I'll teach you this move. It's just a little step, jab, and misdirecting, and he's getting right into a jumper. Okay, that's Jordan Bell. A little bit shorter, very athletic player. He is right in his face. Okay? Anthony Davis is able to get it, but look, he's leaning. Okay, he's fading. So quick little off the dribble move. Able to get it off. It's clean. He gets it off. Very makeable shot. Okay, but this is how guards play. This is how guards move. Jokic, here we go. Okay. Why doesn't this player contest? Because he has no idea what Jokic is going to do. Because this ball comes up slow. Okay. And look, he is already fully extended in his knees here. Okay. But the ball hasn't even come out of his hand. So it's very hard to tell when he's shooting that ball. And if you've ever played against a player like this, it is very tricky. It's like that super old guy at the park that has a million fakes and shoots from behind his head. So like I said, if you're short, less athletic, this is the way to practice. It's the only way you will get an edge. If you're short, below average, height, below average athleticism, you have to shoot unorthodox. I repeat, you have to be unorthodox. You cannot be traditional if you are way below average athleticism or way below average height. You will not succeed. There it is again. That's another example. Okay, here we go. Jokic stepping in. Nobody in range. He takes his time. Ball goes behind his head. Okay, very, very vertical in his stance. Okay, vertical. Okay, slight bend in the lower half. Ball has to go behind. Okay, he is still on the floor, guys. Look, he's still on the floor. So at this moment, he can still pull the ball down. He can still pull the ball down and dribble. And he does that a lot of times. Here he goes again. Okay, now when he has a defender that's good about his height and he's not catching in rhythm or a set three, okay, he's going to go to this move. He's going to go to his one dribble off the right foot off of one leg. Okay, off of one leg, it's going to be more contested because, as you can see here, this, if you ignore his legs, ignore the fact that he's shooting off of one leg, this is a traditional type ball path. Okay, the elbow is going to be underneath the ball comes high to the forehead, and then he begins to release. Okay, this is how he gets this shot off quicker. Okay, because it doesn't go from hip to behind the head and then release. This one's going about hip to forehead and then release. So watch again, these shots come out quicker, and you'll see him do it a lot anytime he needs to dribble and he's going off of one leg so he can get a little bit more sideways separation, giving him a little bit more space. Okay, here it is again on Hassan Whiteside this time. So, okay, ball goes that way, elbow underneath the ball, okay, and then he leans and fades a little bit to get more space. He does this shot all the time, and he makes it with consistency. It's a shot that he practices. So, Jokic, the main reason he is effective is because, one, this release point is behind his head. Okay, very, very high. He brings the ball there. You cannot tell when he's about to shoot. He will blow by you like crazy if you're tall or even close out too close. Remember, he's still 7 feet, so if he takes one step, he's going to be about 8 or 9 feet on one step. One step, he hardly ever dribbles more than twice. He jumps in the air. He's patient, and that's when you find all those passes and backdoor cuts that he does like that. So go find another video, or I'll make a video on how good of a passer he is. But it really all stems from this, guys. The ability for him to shoot from behind his head. This is a unorthodox thing that he has mastered, okay? This is not a normal type jump shot. Unless, like I said, if you are undersized, under athletic, this is how you need to shoot, okay? I would not teach you this unless I work with you for a long time one-on-one. But this is how you shoot. Don't practice the normal way, the one motion or two motions. And before I go, this is kind of the problem with Trae Young because he's short and he has a very low pickup point and that low trajectory on Trae Young. So that's why he has to shoot from 40 feet instead of closer. It's very hard. Okay, well, that's Jokic. I hope this video helps. Remember, take 14 minutes, 24 seconds, or 1% of your day to get better.